I'm going to show you how to obtain and apply a new license file. But first, what is a license file? It's a file called pisrvstart.bat provided by OSIsoft that allows your PyData archive to function properly. This file is specifically generated for the server on which your PyData archive will run and won't work on any other computer. So when do you need a new license file? Whenever you install or upgrade a PyData archive. If you're looking for instructions on how to generate a license for a new PyData archive installation, please check out our PyServer installation video. You also need a new license file when you make changes to your license. For example, if you increase the number of PyPoints for which you're licensed. You also need a new license file if you make significant changes to your server. By that, we mean significant hardware or network configuration changes. This, of course, includes scenarios when you're moving your PyData archive to a new server. As we mentioned, the pisrvstart.dat file is specifically generated for the server on which your PyData archive runs. When you make changes to your server, you might cause a mismatch between the license and the server. This will cause license machine mismatch errors to show up in your PyMessage logs and in your Windows application logs. This will also prevent your PyData archive from being able to start properly. These are the steps for applying a new license file. First, you need to generate a machine signature file, or MSF, which contains information about the server. You then need to upload this file to the tech support website, at which point you'll be able to download the pisrvstart.dat file. You then need to replace the existing pisrvstart.dat file on your PyData archive server. I'm going to walk you through these steps. I have logged into my PyData archive server, where I have recently made hardware and network configuration changes. I tried starting up my PyData archive using the pisrvstart batch file. You can see in the window here that the start process has stalled, and the last subsystem that was started successfully was the PyLicense Manager. If we check the PyMessage logs, we see that the PyLicense Manager posted the license machine mismatch error, so we know that we need a new license file. The first step is to open a command prompt as administrator. So go to your Start menu, type cmd, and make sure to start this command prompt as administrator by right-clicking and selecting Run as Administrator. We're going to use a command to generate the machine signature file. We won't be making any changes to the PyData archive. First, we need to navigate to the right directory, so please type the following: cd /d %pyserver%\adm. Now we'll generate the MSF file. The command is pydiag -host -file, and then we'll want to put the name of our machine signature file. Typically we use the name of the server and then append .msf. So I'll put my server name, pisrv1.msf, and just hit enter. Now we can open up this directory by using the command start --. In this directory, we now can locate our machine signature file that we generated. This is the file that we need to upload to the tech support website. It's possible that your PyData archive server doesn't have internet access. If that's the case, you simply have to copy-paste this file onto a computer that does have internet access. That's what I'm going to do now. I have now copy-pasted my machine signature file onto a computer with internet access. So let's open up our browser, where I have already loaded the tech support website and I've signed in. To generate a license file, just click the Generate a License File link on the front page. Here you want to make sure to select the correct site for which you want to generate the license. Then you can click on the Generate License button. Now scroll down to step 5 and you can click the Browse button to select your machine signature file. And you can go ahead and click the Generate License Activation File button. After reading the license agreement, you can go ahead and click the I agree button at the bottom. And then you can download the activation file. Once again, since I'm not on my PyData archive server right now, I'll have to copy-paste this pylicense.zip file to my PyData archive server. So I'm going to do that now. So I've now copied over my pylicense.zip file over to the PyData archive server, so I'm ready to extract it. Just right-click and select Extract All. You'll find 3 files in this zip folder. The manifest, which contains specific information about your license, the readme, which contains instructions, and the pylicense.dat, which is the file that we're looking for. So just select this file and copy it. You can hit Ctrl-C. Now you'll want to navigate to the pisrvstart.bat folder. The easiest way to do this is to click on the bar at the top of your Windows Explorer and type %pyserver%, and then open up the .dat folder. Before pasting our pylicense.dat file, we just want to make sure to rename our old file in case we need it. So just right-click on the old file, hit Rename, and then just rename it to something, for example, _old at the end. And then you're ready to paste your new pylicense.dat file into this folder. So here is my new file. The PyLicense subsystem will scan this folder every 5 minutes for a new license. However, keep in mind that other subsystems may take longer to recognize the new license. So if you want to apply this license right away, the fastest way to do it is to restart the PyData archive. If not, it can take up to an hour for the changes to be recognized. In my case, however, my PyData archive was not able to start successfully. So now that I've replaced my license file, I can go ahead and restart my PyData archive once again. To do this, I'll go back to the Py folder, navigate to the ADM directory, find the pisrvstart bash file, and I will run it as administrator by right-clicking and selecting Run as Administrator. So it looks like all my subsystems started successfully. So let's go check PySystem Management Tools. If I refresh my logs, I see that I no longer have my licensing error. One last thing that I can check is the current % match between my license and my server. To do this, I'm going to navigate to Operation and then Licensing. I can expand the Usage section, and I see that I have an attribute called Current % Match, which is showing me that the match is now 100%. So I have successfully applied my new pylicense.dat file, and my PyData archive can once again function properly.